Challen, Huff. You know your boy is always fired up. But today, guys, you're going to be thinking about your business and your brand in a dope way, in a big way. And this dude is not only breaking records in many different industries, but has a different way of thinking about building businesses, expanding your business, growing, exiting the business. We are bringing you a legend in the game, Mr. Rob G. Rob, are you ready to be real?
Let's do it, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. So Rob is an entrepreneur, an investor, guys. Like most great entrepreneurs, we start to want to create other businesses and brands. And one of the most famous brands that you acquired, I believe, and we'll get into the story, is Dope. A great brand, a brand that's been worn by Jay-Z and Justin Bieber and tons of celebrities. I watched interviews with you a few years ago talking about how the brand was built for, great quality for what you get. And loved the insights of hearing about mom, how she hustled, and then how you really popped on the scene this last year and the last few weeks here, even months, is the Mickey Mantle, guys. Mickey Mantle is now setting the game in the industry. And as you've seen now, Rob, since you purchased that card, the PSA 10 Mickey Mantle, probably the most infamous, craziest imaginative card in the world, the sports card industry has gone crazy, my man, for vintage. And I think that play was incredible at a great time, a great value for what it was, at the moment, like you've done with a lot of your investments. So take us back into the history of Rob G. When you were just starting out. Did you always want to be in business?
Yeah, I'm from Indiana, the south side of Indianapolis, just a normal family, wasn't born with the wealthy family or anything. So I just always had that hustle, always. I think it was just, even as a kid, I'd go to sell rocks to my neighbors that I got found in their yard, or, sell candy on the bus, or whatever. You just always had that hustle. And so yeah, for me, it's always been there. And it just doesn't stop, man. I'm addicted to that.
This is two
things: business and now sports cards.
Now sports cards, baby. So then what was your very first business that really took off? I mean, obviously as kids, as entrepreneurs, we got a lot of these kind of hobby businesses, you want to say, but they're still prepping us for the big game. But what was that first opportunity for you?
I've had a lot of exits. I think the one that kind of transformed me was, in college, I developed this tech idea. It was a unique bid auction. And, I learned how to outsource. I learned how to try to get money. I was young and didn't have connections. So I went to everybody I could find in the phone book, and, 0 people gave me money. So I just, got college loans to pay for my schooling, and just took the extra money from that, lived frugally, and took the extra money from that. And obviously worked other jobs, to put money into it. So I think that hustle, that one was the first one that was like a full on, hustle.
Right. And you realize the big factor of getting money, because I mean, like we know now with Shark Tank,
I didn't get it. It's tough to get money. And I think that, it's a lot easier to just put your own money in. So then after that, I just always funded everything myself. Even when I bought Dope, I paid cash for the business, and it was just a lot easier. And it's a lot less risky. I'm okay risking my own money, more so than risking other people's. I think that's a different way that I do business. It's a lot safer, and probably a lot better to use other people's money. But in the past, I've just always used my own, because I have had a lot of exits. So I've got a nice war chest that I'm able to make fast moves, I guess.
So smart too. My dad always taught me, never try to use leverage as much as possible. Leverage is great in some cases, but it goes real bad in cases where you don't have a bigger war chest, like you talked about. People make a wrong move on a business idea. Or unfortunately, last year with the pandemic, some people were taking chances on building their restaurant empires and things like that. And you didn't know, what was coming for them. And if you didn't have the war chest, and if you're fully leveraged, it's rough, And so that's something that's very smart that you've done too, because then you don't have to worry about partners either. You don't have to worry about this person screwing you over. You hear these horror stories of people taking each other to town through lawyers, and the lawyers making tons of money. and unfortunately, in some of these business acquisitions, man. It's just unfortunate, dude. But I love what you do, man. So what gave you the inspiration around dope, man? When you saw the brand, what were you like? I got to do this. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You know, it was an IP play for me. The trademark portfolio was incredible.
Right.
You know, prior to this, I invested in a CBD brand. At the time, it was a vape brand. We pivoted into CBD, and
Gotcha.
it became a massive player in the space. And now we're, I think, the second largest privately held CBD business, sold at CVS, Walgreens, etc. That's called CBDfx. So, you know,
Huge.
I really love the space, love the technology behind it that we were learning doing that business. So when I bought Dope, you know, I chased it before thinking that this brand name, you know, there's a lot of CBD brands, there's a lot of cannabis brands, but no one really has a great brand. And so I felt there's no better brand name than Dope. For that, rappers have, you know, rapped out, push that dope, you know, you've always kind of known about it. So
Absolutely.
78% of people, the research showed, would convert better with that brand name. And
Wow.
so my thoughts were, let's buy the brand, let's buy the company for the trademark portfolio,
Right.
keep the clothing for a bit, until I can sell to strategic, which I already knew the strategic buyer as soon as before I even bought the company, which I eventually sold it recently too.
I saw
But
that.
really,
I saw that. What was that
yeah,
company too? Just so you can give a shout out to that. I saw that you recently got that exit.
yeah, they're just a European snowboard company using the name there, and so they were not able to expand outside of Europe because I had the trademarks, and so now they are. So it was a really great thing for them to do clothing. I don't want to do clothing. I wanted to do CBD and cannabis. So for the past 3 years, I've really focused, my time and money into making sure we have the best products and just going to market when the time was right. And so that's kind of what happened. You know, I sold the clothing rights.
Clothing.
I have until, I think, a certain June or something to stop selling clothing.
Got you.
And then Dope as a clothing brand will never be around, but really the brand is a CBD brand.
And it'll move in, and you'll transition the two. CBDfx and Dope will be kind of a joint family.
No, two different
Two
companies.
different companies. Oh, okay. So Dope will
Yeah.
be its own thing for a
Yeah,
variety of different cannabis for us that like maybe a little THC in that cannabis.
yeah. So dope.com is has a selection of great CBD products now, but it will expand on that in the near future.
Got you. I think with the regulation changing, that's just an incredible industry. An incredible industry.
Yeah, you can't say a lot of things because the FDA hasn't approved
Absolutely.
yet. But for me personally, it's I think it's a great product. I mean, CBD is so helpful for a lot of people. But I think
100%.
the same way you can.
Well, dude, you are building something incredible. So then at some point, you've always also been someone that likes to rip packs. I was just ripping these old school Fleer 91, trying to search out for the Jordan. I just got a few actually, just for that fun nostalgic of it all, right? And so you were ripping packs as a kid. And then at this point, you literally own one of the most valuable cards on earth, the Mickey Mantle, baby. Woo!
That's kind of cool.
That is cool, isn't it? Can you ever put yourself back when you're riding bikes or collecting cards to think, wow, now I own this card and it's probably worth more than you paid for it because of, you just saw the 8 just sold on Golden Auction for, I think at one point. Yeah. So
what are your thoughts? So the 8 sold for 1.6, 35 pop on that. Obviously 9 higher. So what does that put my 8 at, or my 9 at?
probably 10, dude.
No, more than that. Come on.
Maybe, I mean, reasonably 10, just to say like right now, if you want to sell it, probably 10, but dude, it's a priceless card.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I also think that the 8 is still underpriced. If Jordan at a pop of, let's say 317, which there's still more, boxes being ripped, that, I think at 720, I think that's what they sold to at Golden for, with 317 pop. I think the Mickey Mantle at a 35 pop on an 8, I think that 1.6 is highly undervalued.
Right.
So I think, you just need more comps and more people to come into the market, which is happening. And they're realizing that this is a diversified asset class. And to me, it's a piece of art, it's
Absolutely, dude. How are you going to display it in your house or in your life? As a kid, I always collected, guys, different pieces of memorabilia. I'd send Tiger Woods or Wayne Gretzky this photo, Wayne Gretzky. I printed it up on my computer and he autographed it for me. and
He's the man.
he'd send it back. And so I always collected things. And then at some point, obviously you get the slabs and you show them off and you can look at them. How are you going to display this slab for yourself? I mean, it's a pretty rare slab, so you don't want to just throw it on the wall necessarily, but.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be safe too,
Yes,
so
absolutely.
right now storing it off-site in a vault,
100%, 100%,
so I
100%.
can figure out basically how to keep myself safe.
The right way.
But
100, dude. 100. But I think a lot of people, even for the low end stuff, guys, I was, dude, if you guys have a card anywhere of value, you definitely want to store it off site, insurance, vault, et cetera, et cetera. Many good options for that. But for a lot of us collectors, we like to show them off. And it's a piece of artwork. This Anthony Davis rookie card is a piece of artwork, a brilliant piece of artwork that you can show off in many different ways. And I think that that's the new thing we're seeing, right, Rob, is you're seeing now a collector, an investor, someone that has been in stocks, knows that obviously we're printing money, like going out of style here. There's a lot of places to look, but sports cards, you can't make another Mickey Mantle PSA 10. It's very, very near to impossible. You can make another Zion, immaculate eminence, blah, blah, blah for the future, diamond LaMelo Ball, but you can never go back and make a PSA 10 of the legends, and I think that's what you're seeing right now from what hearing about from my friends at the Dallas Card Show this last weekend. The vintage stuff is just on fire.
yeah, it's simple economics for me, supply and demand. More and more people are coming in. And I do agree with you that the population on the newer stuff is, it just, there's so many rookies. And, back in the day, there was one. So that's why I do kind of steer towards the vintage.
Right.
But of course, I think diversifying your portfolio in anything is important. So even with cards, I do have different sports. I do have some current, but, I'm definitely a more conservative investor. So that's why, a Mickey Mantle made a lot more sense than, maybe a Zion, a $2 million Zion card.
Dude, 100, bro. Are you kidding me, guys? Are you kidding me? It'll never go back. You can't go back in time, folks. We've never been able to go back in time. That's one of the most priceless things we have on this earth is time. And you're buying time, man. You're buying a card in history that you can never go back on. It's unbelievable. It's priceless. Probably 5 years from now, that card's $25 million.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see these cars get to where the art world is.
Absolutely.
And I do see that. I've got a lot of athlete friends, and they're jumping into cards. And
yes,
what happened was, in my eyes, anyways, you had a lot of wealthy individuals. They buy art, which I've got a great art collection as well, and I get that you want to put something beautiful on your wall.
right.
But now you have a lot of new money coming in with massive contracts being signed by basketball, football, baseball, etc. And they're not going to impress their friends with a Warhol on the wall, but they are going to impress your friends going, look at this card. Look how dope this is, and that's,
so dope.
They're obviously athletes. They love sports. And that's how I think in the future, you'll have guys flexing and guys showing things off. And so, I look at them all as just individual VCs, and the market should continue to rise. And hopefully those guys, it's a lot better for them to put money into a card than it is, a new car or a gold, a diamond chain. So, I hope that they do kind of start allocating resources to that, because it's a lot safer play.
Yeah. On average, just put 10% of your investments into sports cars. It makes sense. Like, I mean, if you just do an average, if someone's got $100 million, put $10 million into PSA 10 sports cards, vintage. Some, maybe you want to do some modern because you like to follow the guys, but try to stick to a lot of vintage. One I've been even following guys right now recently is the Marvel. You can find some very interesting low pop Marvel cards, very, very low pop. Not very many out there. You're talking 1960s and some of these old school things. Again, can't go back in history, right? And Marvel's huge. Comic people are huge. People love comics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't chase those things, but yeah, I mean, I can. Again, you want supply and demand. So you want things that other people are going to want. So
I'm doing it for my kiddos, Rob. I'm doing it for my kid. I got a little boy on the way in the oven. I'm thinking in 10 years, Marvel ain't going away, and so buy a few of these low pop, I bought a low pop Deadpool, like a pop one, I think it was. Some of these were pop ones you're buying, because
be careful, because, you remember back in the day, there was like the Three Stooges, and the Three Stooges had cards. And, now you know, who the hell's buying a Three Stooges
You're
card?
absolutely right.
So
Like
this is,
like anything, guys, he's absolutely right. Stay diversified. It's a very little small kind of little fun thing. I bought like 4 or 5 of them. Just hey, what the hell? If it
yeah.
pops, it goes well.
And if you love the movies, I think you buy what you like. And if you love the movies, then I think that's incredible. You know, I think if you
Absolutely,
buy
brother.
what you love and it makes money, that's even better. But you know, same with art. I'm not looking at the value of my art every day.
Right.
You know, I'm buying because I love the art and it looks good on the wall. And the same with cards. You know, I buy it now because you know I love the cards, and if it makes money, incredible. But you
That's the
know, just
beauty.
like,
That's the beauty of the hobby. That's the beauty of the hobby.
yeah, someone offered me $8 million for the Mantle like a week after I bought it, and you know,
Yeah.
and then he was upset that I wouldn't sell it to him, and he's like, "Bro, that's an amazing return," and it is an amazing return,
Right.
but you know, I didn't buy the card to make $3 million quick. I bought the card because I like the card.
It's gonna have to be a big number because that's a priceless card, Rob.
Yeah, it's priceless, you know, and that's why to me it's a priceless piece of art. You know, it's like owning, you know, a Picasso that, you know, good luck finding another one, you know, and so that's where for me, that's this particular card is that way for me. And it's just it's more than a sports card. I think you know the new modern stuff is a sports card, and it is rare and it's cool, but. You know, the 1952 Mickey Mantle, even as when I was a kid, that was the most iconic card. I had the reprint in a screw down case. Like that
Right.
was more than any other card. The reprint was that for me.
God, yes.
So you know, it's still as iconic today as it was then, and that's where I think you have the difference. Um,
It brings out that kid in us all, you know? It's fun.
yeah,
I mean, dude, you could have, let's just be real. You could have been having any stock on the stock market for the same amount of money, or you could have been buying houses or real estate or some other type of investment, which is all great stuff, guys. But brings out the kid in my man, Rob G, because he ripped cards back in the day. He's in the hobby. He loves it. And like he said, if he makes a little money, that's the perk side of it all, you know,
you
is
can
that
take that $5 million and you put, let's say you buy a $20 million house, and now you're putting down, you know, 20% or 25% or whatever.
right.
It's been a long day. Normally I'm very good at math, but but you know, you could buy a lot of things, but there's a lot of houses, a lot of $25 million houses. There's only, you know, this is the 4th best Mantle. It's just more rare, which makes it more valuable. It's worth whatever somebody's going to pay for it. And, you know, I was willing to pay 5.2 and
10 years, it's 50 million.
let's see. I mean, you know, but who knows if I'd even sell it for that, you know?
Absolutely.
But
Well, like I said, at that point, I think it's a priceless card in your PC. You have plenty of other ways to make money. You're a great business owner, entrepreneur. Use your cash flow to buy other things. You could always sell other cards or whether other things you come across. I saw the Jordans you had there that you did real well on. There's a lot of opportunity, obviously, for
I'm
you.
not really, I mean, I'm collecting, you know, I've got
Yes.
a lot, I've got Jordan's, you know, 10s, I've got Babe Ruth rookies. I've got, you know, I'm looking for some things. I don't know if your audience are they card people?
All different types. Yeah, we have big time card collectors. Absolutely in here. And
I'm
also
looking
people that have.
for the Bird Magic 10.
Oh, the Bird Magic 10. Okay. I was going to ask you, actually. That was one of my questions here. Bird Magic 10. Okay.
Let's see. I like super low pop, super iconic cards.
Yeah. Mostly sports, though.
Yeah, sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon. Well, my man, you are a G in the game. We're about to take you through our top 10. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
And he's got a great Instagram, folks. Rob G. Follow him now. Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Steak. Laptop or smartphone?
Laptop.
Laptop. Spotify or Pandora?
Pandora.
Pandora, the OG in the game, too. Movies or video games?
Movies.
Movies. Reading books or listening to books?
Ooh, probably listening because I multitask. I do it on my walks.
That's best time to freaking read it. Oh my God. I walk my daughter. It's the best time to listen to book, guys. Is like exploring nature, taking in knowledge. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best. Thank you, Jeff Bezos and Audible. Stocks or real estate?
I think a diversified portfolio is important.
Absolutely. A variety.
Yeah, I'd say diversified on that one.
100. Yeah, that's why we always get people throwing all their money in one thing, and you're like, don't do that. You know, spread it around. Oceans or lakes if you're thinking about vacation.
Oceans, man. I live on the ocean. Let's go.
Boom, let's go. And you're waking up in the morning, you're getting yourself ready for the day. Why do you love being you, Mr. Rob G?
Man, I'm healthy and I'm alive and I'm thankful and blessed. I'm blessed beyond I don't know, man. I'm thankful.
That's all you can ask for, bro. And no matter what, the world is full of abundance. So your life is continually full of abundance. You're gonna get that bird magic 10. I already know it. It's in the path. We got to find it for you. We got to get it for you, for a good price, of course. You know, for a good value, of course. We're value investors here. Do you think you'll ever retire from the game? Do you think you'll ever hang your hat up on entrepreneurship?
Dude, that's a great question. I ask myself that every day. You know, it's like you always have these new goals and then you say, I'm going to be done. I was over about 7 years ago. I retired and thought I was done, had an exit and I was done and did it for 3 years. And then I had to jump back in. I'm addicted as ever. You know, it's my drug and it's my video game. You know, I don't play video games. I think for me, it's this business in general is my video game, you know, and I just want to beat life and beat everything that that I've always thought was kind of non-beatable. I think I can beat everything. So it's
the gamification. It's the gamification of the game, right? It's the fun of the.
But you don't want it to control you, and that's what I'm worried about.
Got you.
But
got you.
You know, I think I'll always do it because I love it. I mean, it's my passion. Yeah. So we'll see. You know, but no, I probably won't quit.
Yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do you have a routine to start your day? Do you have something you do to get your day going?
Yeah, I mean, depending on the day, you know, every morning it's either I have a golf lesson or the gym.
Nice. Nice.
And then I do a tennis lesson once a week.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
So that way I start the mornings off doing something active, you know?
Do you and your buddies play golf, like play rounds of golf weekly or monthly?
Dude, I just do lessons.
Got you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you know, because it keeps it to an hour, so then I can jump into work. But
and that's the best way to do it, man. Because you got to get good at that game, man. You got to have that professional teach you. So what out of the two skills, which one are you really trying to master? Which one do you want to get better at, tennis or golf? Golf, the OG game, baby. The best part about golf is you take anyone on the course, anyone, Rob, and you will find out their ethics instantly. In fact, a lot of the greatest business owners or entrepreneurs will take people on the course with them because people cheat on the game. As you know, I hit a 4. What the hell? You had out of bounds here, you're here, and you got a 4? And other little ethics come out of the game, right? I think integrity is really big. And I always found that in golf, it comes out quick, right?
Oh, yeah.
So hey, that's amazing. Do you have a favorite app on your phone?
Man, I don't know. No, probably not. Favorite app? TaxBird.
TaxBird. What does TaxBird do, and how do they help you?
You know, so I live in Puerto Rico, and you've got to make sure that you're here a certain amount of time. So it counts days.
Yes. So it counts your 30% of your time that you need to be there.
I've got to be here 6 months and 1 day at a minimum.
6 months. Okay, 6 months and 1 day. Got you.
I beat that though. If the government's listening, I'm definitely beating that number.
100%. My dad's in the county. He said, get all your medical doctors and professionals out there. That's the most important thing that you have. Mm-hmm. And then you're doing business out there. And Rob G is doing things everywhere, folks. He is a national, international man. Couple more last questions for you, my man. If you could sit down to a steak dinner with anyone in the world, who would it be right now?
Are they alive or dead?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, my grandfather. He passed a few years ago, so I got to go with my guy.
The OG. He was the man. And and also your mom too, because I hear the statement. She says, "Can't never do anything."
Yeah, she's a rock star. Yeah, so that's the thing. She just, I think gradually just, obviously just programmed that in my mind, and her saying that just helped me believe that, anything is possible. And that's the biggest problem I think with people is they just don't realize that they can have anything that they want. They just got to go after it, and just believe it. So
you were saying, I saw an interview, it takes as much time to build $1 million business as it is $1 billion business. And you've done it, my man. You're doing it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You're incredible. Has there been a book that has changed your life? Has there been a book that you reread or something you kind of just sticks to you?
No, I don't think so.
You like to just keep current with like new books. You're just, here and there, just.
Yeah.
Got you. Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you, brother. I know that Mickey's going to be at 25, maybe 50 million in 5
years. You could buy it from me.
You know what? I got to sell all my Tesla, Amazon, Shopify, Bitcoin. I got to do it all. I got to sell that freaking real estate.
You call me in 3 years. This show's going to be huge.
Let's go.
Bigger than it is now. And then you make me an offer. I would love that. And again, anything is possible, man. Make it happen. Look at this. You're crushing it. You got so much damn energy. It's amazing.
Thank you, brother. I got to get that JoJo money. I get that Rogan money, baby. And we're ready to talk.
I'm going to keep my email the same. You just email me the offer whenever you're ready. But
I love it, man. Hey, I say you hold on to that car for the rest of your life. Folks, you've been hanging out with an incredible dude, Mr. Rob G and Travis Too Tall and Huff. We want to thank you again for your time today, and let's keep being real.
You are the man.
Boom! God bless you, bro. Hey, we're moving this